Hi, this is Tim Haller, and I'm just doing my daily video diary. And today I just wanted to talk about comfort zones and patterns. And it's only from sort of having done a certain amount of activity for a certain length of time in terms of working online. I've spent a lot of time and energy working on a blog and writing a lot of content, and that's partly because I didn't have regular income to use paid advertising strategies with. But whenever I did have some extra money that I could use for advertising, I would kind of just do a sporadic advertising campaign and throw some money at it and then kind of back off when I didn't see any results. And I'm starting to realise this is like a pattern, and it takes more than that to make sales and to make consistent sales, and this is what I'm realising: the people who are successful in the online business are consistently running adverts with the budget they can afford every month. And the time it's taken me to build up a blog that gets maybe 300 hits a day now, it's been a long time, years. In fact, it's taken quite a few years of regular, not always regular, but sometimes sporadic blogging. But with paid advertising, you could get that in a day. Obviously, you've got to pay for it. You've got to test it and measure it, and you need to keep it going you need to keep paying. And the benefit of a blog is that it's a free source of traffic. But I don't want to say I've wasted that time, because I've learned a lot from it. But I think if your expectations are of building an internet business and earning an income from it in a year, it's perhaps not that realistic to think about that in terms of writing a blog. Obviously depends on the niche you're in and how competitive it is, and your ability to write keyword targeted articles and so on and so forth. But I think you can see results a lot quicker if you have a consistent amount of money you could put down on paid advertising every month, that you can kind of, it's money you're not afraid to lose. I did a little bit of trading a while back, and there's a saying in trading that scared money is lost money, and I think it's the same with an internet business, with your marketing strategy. And that's kind of what I was doing for a long time, was putting some money aside, kind of throwing it a little bit at an advertising campaign and then backing off again. And that sort of sporadic approach wasn't really working. You've got to be really very methodical about it. Track all your leads and your sales back to the adverts, so you know which work and which don't. Cut off the ones that aren't working and scale up the ones that are. But in order to learn the skill to be able to do that, I think there's quite a lot involved, and you've got to be consistent with it, and you've got to kind of be willing to expect to spend a regular budget for a few months before you get to the point where you've figured it out and you've learned what works and what doesn't, and then your advertising campaigns working and running and generating leads into your business and sales. In terms of blogging, this is something that I've just found has taken a lot longer. A lot of the articles I've written have taken hours to write, then they take months to rank on Google, and then after all the effort, you may not even have targeted your article towards the right audience. So it's important to start out with your keywords that are targeted for your buyer intent, according to what items you're selling online. Check out my ebook Niche Blogging for Profit for the strategies I use on that. But yeah, just going back to the kind of point that I started this video with, is that it's noticing your patterns, noticing what you're afraid of, noticing what your tendencies are will show you how that your habits are creating your results. So if you're not getting the results you want from an online business, look at what you're doing, you know, record what you're doing. It's difficult to sort of be honest with yourself sometimes and look and see what your habits are. Actually, how much time are you giving to it, and what activities are you focused on? So that's all for today, and just wanted to share my thoughts on differences between paid advertising and free strategies, but also habits that you can generate, and looking at results and looking at your own actions, really, and owning that. So owning responsibility for why it's not working, if it's not working, and then changing your habits accordingly. All right, that's all for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.